This is Great Goddesses, Life Lessons from Myths and Monsters by Nikita Gill. Part 1, A Mortal Interlude. I lost a god once. It's easier done than people think. Forget a prayer once in a while, or simply grow grief in your kitchen window, along with the basil and rosemary. Somewhere inside my heart, I misplaced my faith, misunderstood my own origin story, became a person half tragedy, more misery, and I started to relish it. I reveled in this losing of everything that I thought I was, the lack of self-care. The drowning becomes such a needful thing when you think there is nothing left to look forward to. When my faith came back to me, like the forgiving water of a river to the pebbles that it smooths by constant weather and wear, I asked myself, what happens to the gods when their people forget how to know them? What happens to their fearsome might when fervent belief fades? Do you think they're still powerful when they become less than a memory? Or do you think, without the power of prayer, everything that makes them immortal is nothing but a facade? The Primordial Goddesses. Verily, at the first chaos, the chasm, air, came to be, but the next wide-bosomed Gaia, earth, the ever-sure foundations of all the deathless ones who hold the peaks of snowy Olympus. Hesiod, Theogony 1:16. Chaos. Edward Lorenz, the mathematician, father of chaos theory, defines chaos as when the present determines the future, but the approximate present does not approximately determine the future, which, loosely translated, means no one knows how the consequences of our actions will truly play out, and try as we might, we will never be the masters of our destiny. And Chaos, who has been listening, as she always does to each of her creations, laughs, because what else does an ancient being who created creation do when a small, impatient, primitive species that insists on quantifying everything tries to quantify the unfathomable by their small terms? And as she laughs, the cosmos ripples, and whole galaxies fall apart. Your enemy, the mother of all things. This is a lesser-known story. It is a Genesis entirely woman-whispered, in the shadows when we meet in secret, plotting escapes from unwanted marriages or to untangle darker devil-deemed desires. They murmur in the beginning of everything, from the bones of chaos, rose a girl who built the universe, the stars, the planets, all because she was looking for a place to dance. And she waltzed the earth awake, and the rhythm of her feet fermented the stars alive. The synchronized sorcery of her fingers brought the solar system to life, and the flow of her arms looped around the sun and commanded him to open his eyes. But of course, the rest of the tale is broken too. This is the story told in hushed tones. It is the version of the tale they do not want you to know. After all, what is more powerful than women who know all about the blessed fires inside them that grow? Chaos to Nyx, goddess of the night. You were so strange and vibrant in your ink-black glory. Even I, your own mother, did not know how to name you. Your siblings, their names came easily because none of them resonated with the vivid silver purity and vibrant green poison of you. You were named eons after your birth because often names become manifestations, but rarely do manifestations become their names. So instead I chose to let you fly free and ink the universe with the dark shroud you were born in, your screams echoing into a cosmos that did not know how to be ready for your dark requiem, your cries a warning to prepare for what was to come from your birth. O Nyx, daughter of mine, mother to both violent death and restful sleep, gentle dreams and putrid nightmares, home to all things both terrifying and glorious, patron saint of murderers and lovers alike, I never told you how to inherit the paradox, or how to make it your birthright. You, who wove stars into your hair as a girl and equally let them freckle your skin, held the moon up as a looking glass and bewitched existence for eternity. You, who turns the nightly view of man-made cities instead into the jeweled throats of queens, hiding evil inside your bosom whilst holding sacred in your womb. You who turns children's sleep into fairy tale lands and knows how to make your brother hell's innermost sanctum your home. And yet, lest they forget how to honor the night, they will forever remember that it is from your ribcage they received Hemera and ether, the miraculous day and the singular light. Nix de Erebus. Why are passions prettier in the dark? I hear mortals ask each other. Are demons allowed to fall in love? Children ask their mothers. Yes, we are, before their very eyes. When we sweep through their lands, I wish they could see the tenderness in the way the darkness takes the night's hand. Gaia. And then there was Gaia. Chaos baptized her spirit first inside the glory of her own life-giving. Gaia, the purest originator, creator of fragile, fluid things. Girlhood came to Gaia in the form of a woodland nymph who spilled whole forests from her tongue. She breathed alive the most verdant of greens and the warmest of mahoganies and chestnut, delicate leaf and sturdy bark. It was Gaia who first pulled a pin from her hair and carved out the hills from her own skin. The deer were her vowels and the birds were her consonants. She swore and predators formed, sharks and lions. Animals were her language, before even the notion of language was invented. This life-bringer who expressed gentler words in lush grass. Sculpting volcanoes from what her siblings thought unremarkable, she showed them how devastating beauty was constructed from ordinary things. A primordial love story. What do you give to Gaia, the inventor who made the world? What does she need to fill her hands that are already full of bounty beyond all our wildest dreams? You make her curious about love. You ask her if she ever felt an embrace. You tell her about the wholeness of a heart that knows how to beat for itself and another. You teach her how to hold molecules and paint them bold azure and soft cherry blossom. Golden creams, let them float upwards into the air high. You watch her fall in love as she creates the majestic gnome and names him her perfect mate, Oranos, the sky. Questions for the daughters of Nyx. Apati, how do you bear it? The broken beat of betrayal coming from all the countless hearts you let your deceivers tear to shreds with their lies. I remind myself that lies are often truth-shaped. They're only containers you must turn inside out and shake till the truth tumbles out, wide-eyed and confused, blinking in a light it never thought it would see. Nemesis, does revenge ever tire you? Do the cries you craft with your scythe ever soften your heart? I was born to bring justice, not to feel pity for those who felt nothing but glee while building palaces out of the tears born from their treachery. Caries, do you ever wish for a life free of the violent deaths you feed upon from the battlefields to the cities? Not while people still bring us bodies. Not while there are still corrupt old men sending unknowing boys to their deaths. Not while the truth is a fire everyone sees and no one puts out. Not while there is evil that needs eating yet. Clotho, Laikus, Atropos, does spinning the yarns of fate not tire you? Do your fingers not feel heavy knowing you hold the fates of so many in your hands? Does the night ever tire of darkness? Does the sea ever tire of her own depths? Do the trees ever tire of their roots? Do mortals ever tired of looking for other mortals to call homes? Oasis, is it hard knowing we only ever love you through our misery and never through our happier days? Why would you ever believe I want the lifelong patrons, when it is my duty to ease people through their heartache and guide them through their pain? It is my duty to help you find the light at the end of the tunnel, for she is my sister, the Mara, the day,